Well, analyzing the first video, researchers explored the economic impact of COVID-19, say that the disease is obviously of great concern for public health, but it is also having an impact on the global economy. There are disruptions to supply chains, there are disruptions to daily business activity, to travel, and to many people as individuals. For example, the economic slowdown in China has affected oil demand, so it's the first time in a decade or more than a decade that there's been quarterly drop in a global oil demand. The person who tells us most about the economic impact is Mario. He states that there are sort of three main categories of costs that arise as consequence of disease or outbreaks of epidemics. There are costs derived from disease-associated medical costs or lost productivity by individuals who are directly affected by the disease, to increase morbidity, mortality from the disease. So that's a broad category of costs. And then we have costs that originate from just the reducing economic activity in the regions or countries directly affected by the disease. In a third of things like reduced tourism or reduced consumption more broadly. And the third category of costs, which happens to be particularly larger and worrisome, this time around is called consists of costs due to the fact that economies are more and more integrated and linked with one another. And so we have got, for example, the role that China plays in global supply chains means that countries and other than China will be like are being affected by the disease. Then, in the second video of the DW News, it tells us that global stock markets have plunged over fears about the coronavirus, and the conflict among major oil-producing nations has sparked a crash in oil prices. A German financial correspondent says that there's been a lot of volatility in financial markets because of the spread of coronavirus and the economic worries about the containment measures and what kind of impact that's going to be. And now we have to add the mix a price shock for the oil markets, which is also going to have a widespread economic impact, none of which sounds like the good news for the various economies around the world. Also, Germany, Italy, and Japan are very close to recession if this virus continues to spread, continues to disrupt business. If we continue to see tariffs just plummet, the way it has more supply chain disruptions, consumers stopping spending on things like that could really tip a lot of economies into recession. And now we think about the oil price decline, that's also going to add a lot of pressure into oil exporters. So the Middle East markets, the United States, which has become a really big player in the global oil market, that's really going to have a ripple effect on the global economy.